Hello everyone. So it is Monday, November the 20th, the 33rd week of Ordinary Time, getting very close to the end of the liturgical year. And we begin the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees. So in those days, certain renegades came out of Israel and misled many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the Gentiles around us, for since we departed from them, many disasters have come upon us." This proposal pleased them, and some of the people eagerly went to the king, who authorized them to observe the ordinances of the Gentiles. And so they basically apostatize. But what should catch our eye here in terms of a reflection is, first of all, say certain renegades. This seems to be like amongst the Jewish people. These are not pagans going to the Jews or Gentiles, but these are renegades coming out of Israel, okay? And how easily the people they talk to buy into this garbage. So, because they say, well, bad things have fallen upon us since we have separated ourselves from them. So this speaks to a couple of things. Number one, this has never changed. For all the invention of toys and everything, like I'm talking on amazing technology, this phone, it's amazing. But for all of our inventions, we can go to the moon, medical advances, we're no better, no worse than these people back in the time of Maccabees. Because how many have strayed from the faith because of false news reports? They don't have the integrity, the honesty within themselves to actually search out and find out if what they hear in the news is garbage, is false, is a lie. And many of the news industries today are lazy, they're ideological, they're against the church. Some of them may be telling the truth, but a lot of them are reporting things without doing the searching and investigation necessary, and we get sucked in, we believe it. Why? Why? Do we want to believe what we want to believe? So it speaks to something really seriously defective within us. Like in Canada, these horrible things have happened with claims being made about bodies in the ground and everything. And they haven't produced a body yet. This is just a fact. It's not racist. If obviously things were done that were wrong, but I mean the specific charge, about. So there's lots of things like this. And then people are against the church for this reason. So we have to be willing to investigate, form ourselves properly in terms, form ourselves in the faith. And if something is wrong, we need to address it, obviously. But, to depart, just like these people departed from the true religion, and they apostatized from their faith because, they all of a sudden, associate bad things happening to them, because they departed from the Gentiles. So form yourself in the faith. Think about things. Investigate. Use the intellect God gave you. And, of course, I need to do the same thing before we come to our conclusions. Okay, over to the gospel. As Jesus approached Jericho, a man who was blind was sitting by the roadside begging. And you know what happens? He shouts out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." The crowd tries to silence him. He keeps shouting all the louder. And then Jesus says, he says, "Bring him here to me," and Jesus will heal him of his blindness. Couple of things. Number one, he must have heard about Jesus preceding this, because he knows something about Jesus. And that's enough for him to shout, not only shout, but to not allow the crowds to silence him and to keep shouting, "Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me, have mercy on me," because he thinks this is his one chance, right? His one opportunity. And Jesus heard him very clearly the first time. Jesus is perfectly fine. But Jesus wants him to keep shouting, to give us, you and me, an example of how our prayer should be. We should persevere. This happened over a very short period of time, but still it serves as a model for one's lifetime. That we need to persevere in prayer, not let the crowds, not let our internal things, whatever's going on, our sense of inadequacy overwhelm us and lead us to stop praying. We need to persevere in prayer. Jesus hears us the first time. He has his own reasons. I can't figure it out. It's way above my pay grade, as we say. I can't figure out the mind of God why he doesn't answer this or that. Whether instantaneously over 6 months or 5 years, I don't know. But our task is to persevere in prayer, because prayer changes us. It doesn't change the mind of God, but it changes us as we persevere in our prayer. So let us learn from this blind man Bartimaeus to persevere in prayer, trusting that Jesus does hear us. God bless you.